Hello everyone! The world of entertainment was rocked to its core when news broke that Malcolm-Jamal Warner, beloved for his portrayal of the sweet, intelligent Theodore Theo Huxtable on The Cosby Show, had passed away suddenly, leaving fans, colleagues, and loved ones in stunned grief. Among the first and most heartfelt reactions came from Phylicia Rashad, the actress who portrayed his on-screen mother Claire Huxtable, and whose real-life mentorship and affection for Malcolm transcended the boundaries of television. In an exclusive interview filmed mere hours after the heartbreaking announcement, Rashad's face held a deep, quiet sorrow as she fought to steady her voice. "He was family to me," she began, pausing as tears glistened at the corners of her eyes. From the moment he walked onto the set as a kid, his spirit, his kindness, his intelligence shone through. It was impossible not to love him. She recalled how 11-year-old Malcolm had auditioned for the role of Theo with a poise and wit beyond his years, delivering lines with such natural warmth that the entire casting room fell silent before erupting into applause. Rashad described how she took him under her wing from day one, sharing with him not only the fundamentals of acting, timing, emotional truth, responsiveness, but also imparting motherly guidance about navigating fame, staying grounded amid Hollywood's whirlwind, and cherishing one's roots. "He called me Mama long after the cameras stopped rolling," she said, one hand pressed to her heart. "He was fiercely devoted to family, to his craft, and to always doing the right thing." As Rashad spoke, the weight of memories seemed to press down on her, and she closed her eyes, gathering strength. She painted a vivid picture of the soapstone blue walls of the Cosby set, the laughter echoing between takes, and the impromptu jam sessions when Bill Cosby taught Malcolm to scat sing or Phylicia taught him to find calm through breath work. "He had this playful sense of humor that could light up any room," she smiled through tears. "But he also had this astonishing depth. Even as a child, he'd ask the toughest questions about the purpose of art, about justice, about what it means to stand up for the voiceless." Rashad remembered countless nights at her home when Malcolm would drop by after filming, still wearing his Huxtable sweaters, to study his lines for Shakespeare in the Park or to rehearse a jazz riff on his trumpet. "He was insatiably curious, about literature, about history, about people," she said. "We'd sit at the kitchen table until 2 in the morning, debating the beats of Langston Hughes or the symbolism in Moby Dick. He never stopped learning, and I think that's what made him so exceptional on and off camera." Her voice grew firmer as she recounted their final conversation just weeks before his death. Malcolm had called, his voice animated, describing a role he was about to play on Broadway, a tortured soul in a new Black-authored drama. "He was so excited," Rashad said, her voice cracking with pride. "He told me, 'Mama, this is the one where I get to go deeper, to challenge people's perceptions.' And I thought, of course he would choose something that stretches him. He always did." She paused to wipe away tears, then continued with a gentle firmness. "I told him, 'You're born for this, baby. You're a light.' And he said, 'Thank you, Mama. I love you.'" That was the last time I heard his voice. Her eyes brimmed as she added, "I wish I'd held the phone a little longer. I wish I'd told him one more time how proud I am of him." In the silence that followed, Rashad allowed herself a moment to grieve openly. She spoke of how this loss felt like losing a piece of her own heart. "The industry has lost a rare talent," she said, voice hushed, "but I have lost a son." Then, summoning her strength, she reflected on the example Malcolm set for generations of young Black actors. She spoke passionately about his advocacy, how he used his platform to mentor underprivileged youth, to champion mental health awareness, and to support educational initiatives in underserved communities. "He never forgot where he came from," Rashad emphasized. "He never forgot the children who didn't have textbooks or the families struggling to make ends meet. He believed in lifting others as he rose." She described how Malcolm quietly funded scholarships for aspiring actors of color and volunteered at after-school programs whenever he could squeeze the time. "He lived the message of our show," she said with a bittersweet smile. "That family stretches beyond blood, that community sustains us, and that each of us has a role in nurturing the next generation." Rashad's eyes carried the weight of both grief and determination. "I plan to honor Malcolm's memory by continuing the work he held dear," she declared. "We will establish a foundation in his name, the Theo Huxtable Scholarship Fund for theater students. We will produce a commemorative documentary on his life and his impact, and I will keep telling stories, on stage and screen, that reflect the brilliance and compassion he embodied. She paused, then added softly, "That is how I will keep his legacy alive." Behind the camera, crew members whispered their own farewells. Outside, fans had already begun laying flowers at the NBC studios, where the Cosby Show filming was immortalized. Yet through it all, Phylicia Rashad's unwavering resolve shone through, a testament to the profound bond between mentor and protege, mother and son. In those tearful yet resolute words, she reminded us that even in the devastating wake of death, love, purpose, and legacy endure. As the world mourns Malcolm-Jamal Warner's passing, it is Rashad's tribute, rich with personal anecdotes, heartfelt reflections, and visionary vows, that ensures his spirit will continue to inspire, uplift, and illuminate the stages and screens of generations yet to come. Thanks for watching.